Test, test, test. Good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. A little late start tonight as we had some technical difficulties that we had to clean up, but we are all set, ready to go. Tonight, the Winchester Royals play host to the first place Strasburg Express. The Express need one win to lock up the number one seed in the Northern Division for Tuesday night's playoffs. The Royals need a win tonight and a Strasburg loss tomorrow night to sneak into that top spot. A Royals win tonight and a Strasburg loss tomorrow night. These two teams would tie for the top spot, but Strasburg holds the tiebreaker and would be the number one seed in the playoffs. The Royals need one win or a Percival loss tonight to lock up the number two seed. If the Royals were to lose and Percival were to win, the Royals in all likelihood will be the number 1-3 seed and on the road Tuesday night at Percival for the opening round of the playoffs. But first things first, Royals and the Express. The Express have won the season series. They have defeated the Royals 4 out of 5 times, with the only loss coming about a week and a half ago in Strasburg. Jack Carey on the mound for the Royals, left-hander from High Point University, comes to the record of 3-1, 3.47 earned run average, his 6th start, 9th appearance. He will face the Strasburg lineup looking like this. Leading off, Caden Haywood, the designated hitter from Western Carolina. Tommy Kerwin will be the shortstop from Wilford College. Ben Green, the right fielder from UNC Asheville, bats third. Marshall McGowan will be the first baseman from Western Carolina, hitting cleanup. Brian Trujillo plays second from Eastern Kentucky University. Fuller Morris will be the catcher, batting sixth from Georgia State University. Madden Williams will play left. He bats seventh from Samford University. Tanner Woldrup will be the third baseman from Auburn, batting eighth. Jay Douglas, the center fielder, will bat ninth from Eastern Kentucky. The rest of Jack Carey's numbers on the season, again 3-1, 6th start, 9th appearance, 347 earned run average, 23 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 17 hits, 9 runs. They're all earned. 18 walks, 14 strikeouts. The league hitting .205 against Jack Carey. First pitch swinging is Haywood, and he'll fly to center field for out number 1. So before we can tell you anything about Caden Haywood, he flies out to center field, and that'll bring up Tommy Kerwin. Kerwin, the shortstop from Wofford. Kerwin, a .316 hitter, 25th start, 25th appearance, 30 for 95. No home runs, 15 RBIs, left-handed hitter in there for a strike. Jack Carey, the left-hander for the Royals, ahead in the count, 0-1. Royals limping into this game on a 4-game losing streak. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2. Strasburg completely opposite, as they've come in with a 5-game winning streak. As at one time it looked like the Royals had the Northern Division locked up, just needed a win or two, and they haven't been able to get those wins. The 0-2, and will miss down and away, 1-2. The last 3 games, the Royals have given up 9, 9, and 8 runs. And 2 of those teams are eliminated from the playoffs. The 1-2. That'll miss down and away. Count evens up 2-2. Last regular season game for the Royals. Strasburg has a makeup game tomorrow night against Newmarket. They were rained out last night. The 2-2. Grounded sharply to first. Amar Fleming can't handle it. It'll be an error on the Royals' first baseman. So a one-out error gives the Express a base runner for Ben Green, the right fielder from UNC Asheville. Green, a .447 hitter. That leads the Express. His 16th start, 16th appearance, 21 for 47, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Carey and the Royals would like to get a ground ball right at one of the middle infielders, see if they can't roll one up. Take a look at the Royals' defensive alignment. First pitch to Green. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Out in the outfield, left to right, Bodie Poland, Jamie Padilla, Troy Davis. Around the infield, third to first, Brody Connors, Zach Fortman, Carl Keenan, Amar Fleming, the second. James Pitts behind the plate, and again, Jack Carey on the mound. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Mark Slayer on the call of the game for you tonight between these two Northern Division rivals. This game will, for all intents and purposes, decide the number 1 seed for Tuesday's playoffs. The Southern Division, they are all set for their playoff matchups. The 1-1, that's high and away, 2-1. On Tuesday, number 4 seed Harrisonburg will travel to number 1 Waynesboro, and number 3 Charlottesville will be at number 2 Stanton for the Southern Division playoffs. The 2-1 to Ben Green. That's in there for a strike. We're even up 2-2. Strasburg won the first 3 games of this series. The Royals won a 6-5 decision in Strasburg before Strasburg came up here and beat the Royals 6-1 last week. The 2-2 downstairs for a ball, 3-2. See what Strasburg does. 3-2, 1 out, runner at first. Carey sets, he'll take a look at the runner. 3-2, fouled out of play. The runner was going, but fouled back and out of play. The Royals at one time did have 20 wins on the season and were 20-12, but a forfeit that they were awarded was overturned, taken away, and the Royals haven't won since. The 3-2 to Green, grounded toward second base. Keenan up with it, can't get the ball to second, will recover in time to throw out Green. It took a funny hop off the mound. Keenan went to flip to second, but before he could do that, Kerwin was already sliding in. So Keenan reset through onto first to get Green. And there are 2 outs here in the first for Marshall McGowan, first baseman from Western Carolina. McGowan, a 326 hitter, 24th start, 26th appearance, 29 for 89, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs. His 3 home runs tied for the team lead for the Express, as are his 28 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. That fastball's off the plate. Count evens up 1-1. Carey trying to work around a 1-out error, keep the Express off the board and get the Royals to the bat rack and see if they can't get this big crowd excited to bat some offense here tonight. The 1-1 from Carey. Lifted towards center field. Padilla will settle under it. Looks like he should have an easy play, and he will make the play so the air doesn't hurt. For the Express in the first, no runs, no hits, one error. They'll leave a runner. We've played a half an inning. Strasburg 0, Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Take a look at the Royals starting lineup quickly before we tell you about the Strasburg starter. Brody Connors, the third baseman from Old Dominion, will lead it off. Carl Keenan bats second from Shenandoah. He's also playing second. Jamie Padilla bats third. He's a center fielder from Shenandoah. Reese Newberry will be the cleanup hitter, designated hitter from Shorter University. James Pitts from State College of Florida will bat fifth. He's doing the catching tonight. Amar Fleming, the second, will bat sixth. He's the first baseman from High Point University. Buddy Poland from Shepherd University will bat seventh, plays left. Troy Davis, the right fielder from East Strasburg University, bats eighth. Zach Fortman, the shortstop from the University of the South Shawnee, will bat ninth. On the mound for the Strasburg Express, he threw a gem here the other night. The right-hander from Wheeling University, Tomoki Jitsukawa, comes in with a 3-2 record. Again, his seventh start, ninth appearance, 3-2 with a 4.76 earned run average. He's worked 34 innings, allowed 38 hits, 19 runs, 18 of those are earned. He's only walked 8 in 34 innings. He struck out 23 in the league, hitting .290 against the Strasburg starter Tomoki Jitsukawa. Throw down to second, and we're ready to go here in the Royals first. Brody Connor just newly named the Royals MVP for the season, third baseman from Old Dominion University. Connor's a .299 hitter, 29th start, 30th appearance, 32 for 107. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Trying to get the Royals going here in the first. Certainly not a must-win game both these teams are in. But the Royals would like to go in racing that bitter taste of a 4-game losing streak. First pitch in there for a strike. All 4 teams in the Northern Division for the playoffs have been determined. We just don't know who's going to be where yet. The 0-1, that's upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Strasburg, Winchester, Newmarket, and Purcellville are your 4 playoff teams. The 1-1 popped it up. Should be easy for somebody. Waldrop will come in and he will make the catch in foul territory for the first out in the Royals. First here, bring into the plate Carl Keenan. Keenan, the switch hitter, second baseman from Shenandoah. Keenan, a .288 hitter, his 18th start, 20th appearance. 21 for 73, no home runs, 7 RBIs. Batting left-handed with the right-hander on the mound here. Fastball misses down and away, 1-0. Royals beat Newmarket here last Sunday and have not won since. The 1-0 down upstairs for a ball, 2-0. It was last Saturday night that Jitsukawa threw the gem here against the Royals, and he's downstairs, 3-0 the count. I think the Express would love to get 6 or 7 solid innings out of Jitsukawa tonight and then turn it over to that solid bullpen of theirs, the 3-0, and that's going to miss down and in, and Keenan will draw the 4-pitch walk. And maybe the key is get to this young man early. Jamie Padilla, center fielder from Shenandoah, the hitter. A .258 hitter, his 24th start, 25th appearance. 23 for 89, no home runs, 16 RBIs. Keenan down at first is 4 for 6 in stolen bases. Has not attempted a lot, but will go off the plate for a ball. 1-0. See if Jamie can run one up the alley. The 1-1, that's in there for a strike. I'm sorry, now it's 1-1. Each team with a base runner in their half of the first. Strasburg unable to do anything with it. The Royals, to be determined, throw to first. Keenan scrambles back. Looked like he was thinking about taking off, but was able to get back standing up. The stretch, the 1-1 to Padilla. Runner going, throw down that's not going to be made as Morris mishandled the pitch, so Keenan will steal his 5th of the season. Morris got a good pitch to handle, a pitch on the outside part of the plate, but popped out of his glove, and Keenan steals it easily. Now Padilla with a chance to give the Royals an early lead, 2-1 the count. Grounded sharply down to the third base line. Past the glove of Waldrop, rounding third and coming home. Throw to the plate is going to be cut off, and the Royals are going to take a 1-0 lead, and this crowd absolutely loves it. We'll see how they score it. Certainly a playable ball for Waldrop down the line, but tried to backhand it and got under his glove. In any event, the Royals will take a 1-0 lead. Reese Newberry will be the hitter, the designated hitter from shorter. Newberry, a .314 hitter, 12th start, 12th appearance. 11 for 35, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. They are going to give Waldrop an error, so probably no RBI on the play for Padilla. And right now, I don't think Jamie much cares. He just wants to run on the board, throw to first. Back in time, Padilla down at first. He is 13 for 15 in stolen bases. The stolen base comes to fruition early for the Royals. The first pitch to Newberry fouled out of play, 0-1. So the Royals, at the very least, want to win just to go into the playoffs, to get that nasty taste out of their mouth. You don't want to go in with your longest losing streak of the season. The 0-1. That ball's lined toward right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Padilla's going to round second, but he had to hold up to make sure Green didn't get to it. Newberry didn't hit it hard, got it off the end of the bat, but able to dump it into right field for the first hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up James Pitts, catcher from the State College of Florida. Pitts, a .238 hitter, his 12th start, 17th appearance. 10 for 42, no home runs, 6 RBIs. He'd like to run one up the alley and see how quickly the base runners can get around the bases. First pitch to James. That ball is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. So a walk, stolen base, and error to base hit, and have the Royals on top here in the first. Pitts trying to add to it. The 1-0. That ball drilled toward left field, but right at Williams. Off his glove! Off his glove in left field. One run's going to score. Pitts is going to cruise into second. Pitts hit it a ton. Williams looked back, looked like he had it easy. Reached up and it kicked off his glove. And we'll see how that one scored. Padilla scores easily. Newberry cruises around to third. That'll bring up Amar Fleming, the left-handed hitter from High Point. .233 hitter, 16th start, 16th appearance, 14 for 63 home runs, 10 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1, and they are going to give Pitts a double all the way. Double all the way, so Williams went back to make the play, but it kicked off his glove, and everybody is safe. The 0-1 It's popped up, but that's going to be out of play. 0-2. So give Pitts a double and an RBI. And the Royals jump out to a quick 2-0 lead. And the thing is, the Royals have been known to start fast, but need to keep the foot on the gas pedal. The 0-2 off the end of the bat. That's going to score a run. Let's see if they get the runner at first. Pitts is going to be easy. I'm sorry. Fleming will be easily retired. He hit it right off the end of the bat down the third base line. Good base running from Newberry. He came all the way. So give Fleming an RBI. Pitts will move to third, and the Royals a chance to take a 4-0 lead with Bodie Pullen at the plate. Bodie, a .271 hitter, 28 start, 28th appearance, 29 for 107, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. That's fouled into the screen. 0-1 for Amar Fleming II, his 11th RBI of the season. And you go back to a couple of the home runs he's hit here that haven't landed yet. Certainly a much different RBI, but he'll take it. The 0-1, that'll miss downstairs. 1-1. So the Royals, who couldn't touch this young man Saturday night, have touched him up for 3 runs here in the first tonight. The 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate. 1-2 the count as Poland trying to drive in one more to give the Royals a 4-run first inning lead. And again, not a must-win for either one of these teams as both are in, but if the Royals win, they will be at least assured of a tie for the Northern Division title, but a Strasburg win tomorrow night, they are the #1 seed. A 1-2. That's downstairs for a ball. 2-2. In a perfect world, the Royals would like to see Newmarket win 2 games. And that would assure them of at least a #2 seed and maybe a Northern Division championship. The 2-2. Lifted toward center field, going out. No, everybody coming in. Nobody's going to get to it. Bodie Pullen doesn't hit it hard, but hits it in that triangle. Douglas and Green came in hard. Trujillo went out, but nobody could get to it. And Bodie will pick up an RBI single. I think it was Earl Weaver who once said it doesn't matter how hard you hit them as long as you hit them where they ain't. That'll bring up Troy Davis, the right fielder from East Strasburg. .233 hitter, 24th start, 28th appearance, 21 for 90. Just behind Cam Tellefson for the RBI lead, 1 home run, 17 RBIs. For Poland, his 11th RBI of the season. The 0-1. That's lined toward right field, but that's going to be right at Ben Green to make the play. So, of a couple of hits the Royals get, Davis lines one to right field to end the inning. For the Royals, 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There was 1 error, and the Royals will leave 1 on base. We've played 1. It's Winchester 4, Strasburg 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the second. The Royals have a very good first inning. Jack Carey will take them out with a 4-run lead. He'll face 5, 6, 7 for the Express here in the second. Trujillo, Morris, and Williams. Brian Trujillo, the second baseman from Eastern Kentucky, will lead it off. Trujillo, a 400 hitter, just his 7th start, 7th appearance, 10 for 25. No home runs, 10 RBIs. This young man has 10 RBIs and 25 at-bats. That is getting it done production-wise. 1-0 the count to the Strasburg second baseman. That's grounded toward third. It's going to be fouled as Connors will backhand it, but in foul territory. Count evens up 1-1. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to say he went too far. That was the home plate umpire making the call. I don't know if he called it on the swing or on the pitch. It looked like he was down and away, but he didn't indicate it was on the swing. Carey with the 1-2. That's going to be downstairs for a ball, 2-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed. He chased a pitch up in the zone. Trujillo will strike out for out number 1 here in the second. Bringing to the plate the catcher, Fuller Morris from Georgia State University. Morris, a 250 hitter, just his 8th start, 8th appearance, 6 for 24. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Right-handed hitting catcher steps in. The first pitch. Grounded towards short. Fortman with a diving stop, but he's not going to be able to corral it. He knocks it down and keeps it in the infield. My guess is that'll go as an infield hit. Zach did all he could to get to it, and we've seen Zach make that play many a times this year. He just couldn't keep it in the glove. So it kicked away from him and rolled towards second base. It will go as a hit for Morris. Madden Williams will be the hitter, left fielder from Samford with an M. Williams, a 227 hitter, 18th start, 22nd appearance, 15 for 66. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Royals would like to see that same ground ball right to Fortman to see if he can't roll one over and get the Royals back to the bat rack. The 0-1 to Williams will miss outside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Again, Navy Federal night, free admission night. Nice crowd on hand as it normally is for free admission night. The Royals faithful like to see a big win going into the playoffs. That's going to be downstairs for a ball, 2-1. And a win here for the Royals will assure them a number 2 seed and a home playoff game on Tuesday. We got a long way to go before that becomes a reality. The 2-1, that'll be downstairs, 3-1, and that Carey, after the infield hits, in danger of issuing a walk here. Tanner Waldrop waits on deck, the Strasburg third baseman. Checking the runner at first, the 3-1, that's downstairs, ball 4, so he walked him. Certainly not the way you want to go with a 4-run lead. Waldrop, the third baseman from Auburn, left-handed hitting. Third baseman, a 215 hitter, 18th start, 19th appearance. 14 for 65, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Carey takes a walk behind the mound, trying to reset his thoughts before facing the left-handed hitting Tanner Waldrop. Check of the runner's first pitch. Slider in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Carey would love a double play, but right now would take an out of any kind. The 0-1. That'll miss. Down and away. Count evens up at a ball to strike. Carey sets. He'll take a look at second. The 1-1. Swung on, foul tipped, and the Royals catch a break there as that got away, but fouled off the catcher's glove all the way to the backstop. He might have chased a pitch that was well inside. One and two the count to Tanner Waldrop. Carey checks the runners. The 1-2. Ball's hammered, but foul. He hung a breaking ball, and Waldrop jumped all over it, but he was way out in front and ripped it foul just beyond the Strasburg dugout. Out of play. The count remains 1-1, and that's certainly not where you want that 1-2 breaking ball ever. And Waldrop let him know about it. Check of the runners, the 1-2. There's a better pitch down and away. Count evens up 2-2. Tried to get him to go fishing, but Waldrop laid off of it. Carries 2-2. Strike three called on the outside part of the plate. Waldrop thought it was outside. Carey gets the benefit of the doubt on a borderline pitch for a big second out here in the inning, and that'll bring up Jay Douglas. Douglas, the center fielder from Eastern Kentucky, a .264 hitter, 15th start, 15th appearance, 14 for 53. No home runs, 15 RBIs. Right-handed hitting outfielder trying to get the Express on the board here in the second. Strasburg trails at 4-0. That's going to miss outside. 1-0. Carey, an infield single and a walk, all with one out, trying to work around those base runners here in the second inning. He'll come set, the 1-0. Grounded toward shortstop into center field for a base hit. And that'll drive in a run as Douglas got a belt-high fastball and jumped all over it. It'll go as an RBI single for Douglas. Morris will score easily from second, and the Express are on the board. And that'll take us back to the top of the order for Caden Haywood, who flew out to center field his first time up. 0 for 1. Fortman had been shaded a little bit further up the middle. He might have been able to get to that one, but Douglas hit it right on the line. That's popped up, but it'll be out of play. Fleming will give it a look, but it'll fall behind the Strasburg dugout for a strike. 0-1 the count on Caden Haywood. For Douglas, his 6th RBI of the season. The 0-1. That ball's lined into center field, but Carl Keenan able to get over and cut it off. That ball looked like it was headed to center field for another RBI single, but Keenan able to get over and cut it off and make the play. So Haywood will line out to second behind the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. The Express get on the board. A run, 2 hits, no errors. They will leave 2 on base. Your score after 1.5. Winchester 4, Strasburg 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the second. The Royals lead it 4-1. Tomiki Jitsukawa back to the mound for Strasburg. He got touched up for 4 runs in the first. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters for the Royals here in the second. Fortman, Connors, and Keenan. Fortman, the number 9 hitter, shortstop from the University of the South Shawnee. Fortman, a .224 hitter, 27th start, 29th appearance, 22 for 98, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. And Fortman, if you're not paying attention, he'll drop down a bunt on you to get on the bases. First pitch, slider down and away. Off the plate for a ball, 1-0. They're going to ask if he went too far, and first base umpire will say no, he did not. Royals would really like to get back on the bases and get that run back to 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. 4 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Royals. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Express. Royals hit a couple balls really hard in the first inning, but a couple balls that they didn't hit real hard led to runs. That'll miss inside, 2-1. The 2-1 swung on and missed a breaking ball off speed that's up in the zone. That Fortman, his eyes got really big, tried to jump all over it, but swung through it. 2-2 the count to the Royals shortstop. Grounded toward the middle, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. So Fortman will lead off the second with a base hit for the Royals. Brody Connors popped to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Fortman will run, but not a lot. 5 for 5 in stolen bases on the season. You know, the Royals would love to get him in a scoring position and try to get that run back. First pitch to Brody, it's in there for a strike. Nothing in, whoa, I guess it wasn't in there for a strike. Sure did look like it. Thought the umpire was going to come up and throw up the right hand, but he did not. So 1-0 the count to the Royals' third baseman, Brody Connors. Fouled that out of play. 1-1. The 1-1. That ball grounded toward third, backhanded by Waldrop, gets to his feet, throws on to first, a long throw, a nice play by Tanner Waldrop. He will throw Connors out 5-3. He went to his knees to knock that down and then got to his feet, made the long throw. He one-hopped it to first. McGowan able to corral it to secure the out. That'll bring up Carl Keenan. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run. Now a chance to drive one in and get that run back for the Royals. First pitch to Keenan. In there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Foul to the screen, 0-2. Carl had a pretty good hack. Could not do anything with it as he fouled it into the screen, 0-2. Jitsukawa comes set, the 0-2. That'll miss downstairs. Good pitch. Trying to get Keenan to chase one down and away, but Carl able to lay off of it. Royals got the leadoff man on, trying to push him across here in the second to add to a 4-1 lead. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2. Jitsukawa will set. He'll take a look at Fortman at second. The 1-2 to Keenan. Just missed outside, and the guys wearing the purple tops say, wait a second, that was a strike last half inning. And they might be right. Off the plate for a ball, 2-2. Jitsukawa sets the 2-2. Grounded toward first. Backhanded by McGowan. He will underhand toss to Jitsukawa covering. So the Royals get a leadoff man on. A couple of groundouts push him around to third, but it'll take a 2-out base hit from Jamie Padilla to get him in. Jamie reached on an error and scored back in the first. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. Now he's got a chance to pick up his 17th RBI of the season. The Royals would certainly take one of those wild ones that goes all the way to the backstop to take a 5-1 lead here. First pitch to Jamie. That'll miss. Down and away, 1-0. The 1-0. Grounded toward third. It's going to get past into left field for a base hit. A big 2-out RBI single from Jamie Padilla gives the Royals back their 4-run lead. Fortman will score to make it 5-1. Jamie Padilla showing why he's hitting in the 3-hole, and that'll bring up Reese Newberry. Singled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 1, and the Royals now lead it again 5-1, back up by 4. Fouled out of play, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled out of play, 0-2. The 0-2 to Newberry. Swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him, but a big RBI 2-out base hit from Jamie Padilla has given the Royals their 4-run lead back. For the Royals in the inning, a run, 2 hits. There were no errors, a runner left. We've played 2. It's Winchester 5. Strasburg 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. 2, 3, 4 to hit for the Express here in the third inning. Kerwin, Green, McGowan. Kerwin 0 for 1. He reached on an error in the first, was stranded at second base off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Jack Carey back to the mound, has his 4-run lead back. The 1-0. That'll catch the corner, 1-1. Carries 1-1 to Kerwin. That'll miss upstairs. 2-1 the count. A couple of 2-out RBI singles in the second inning, one for each team. The 2-1 from Carey, that's in there for a strike. Count evens up 2-2. Jack Swine, the 2-1. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2 rather. That one fouled down the third base side. Connors will take a look at it, but it'll get out of play. The count holds. 2-2. The Royals 5 hits through 2 innings. Just kind of hoping that offensive production stays intact for the next 7 innings. The 2-2. Foul ball. He tried to hold up, but he came in on him and got off the bat. The count will remain 2-2. Strasburg has one of the better bullpens in the league, so certainly trailing them as you get toward the back third of the game, it's not a comfortable feeling. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Jack threw a fastball by him. Kerwin down on strikes. First out here in the third. That'll bring up Ben Green. Green grounded to second his first time up. He's 0 for 1. In Strasburg, they're most enjoyable to watch the middle of their order hitting with nobody on base. First pitch to Green. That'll miss outside for a ball, 1-0. Strasburg has a team 28 home runs. The 1-0 to Green. That'll miss high and in. Green able to duck down out of the way and keep from getting hit in the head by that one. 2-0 the count. To the Strasburg right fielder Ben Green. Carries 2-0. That'll miss outside, 3-0. And like in the second inning, he got a strikeout to start off the inning, but a 1-out walk to go along with an infield single led to a run for the Strasburg Express. The 3-0. That'll miss downstairs. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. Second walk issued by Carey, and that'll bring up McGowan, who flew to center field his first time up. Certainly would take a fly ball to center field, but boy, would you really like to see him hit a sharp ground ball right to Zach Fortman at shortstop to roll this one up. First pitch, swung on and missed. He pulled the string. McGowan out in front, 0-1. Carey sets. He'll take a look at the runner at first. The 0-1. That'll miss outside. 1-1. Ball and a strike, one out, top of the third, 5-1 Royals. Carey comes set, the 1-1. That'll miss outside, 2-1. The 2-1. That'll miss downstairs, 3-1, and now he's a pitch away from walking another guy. I'm sure the Royals have in mind who they want to start Tuesday night in the first game of the playoffs. Everybody else, all hands on deck tonight to try to get this win, the 3-1. Popped it up. Coming in is Padilla. He'll be called off by Davis. McGowan got the fastball he wanted, 3-1, but couldn't do anything with it as he popped it up to right field. And a big second out for Carey and the Royals here in the third. That'll bring up Brian Trujillo. Struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Carey trying to work around the one-out walk. First pitch, that ball line towards center field. Padilla back on it. He will track it down in left center field. Trujillo hit it hard, but Padilla able to run it down. Another good inning for Jack Carey. No runs, no hits. There were no errors. Strasburg will leave a runner. We've played 2.5. It's Winchester 5, Strasburg 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals at Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the third. Royals lead at 5-1, trying to add to their lead here. James Pitts will lead it off. He is 1 for 1. He doubled and drove in a run in the first, also scored a run. He has one of the 5 Royals hits as they hit here in the third. Tomoki Jitsukawa back to the mound for Strasburg. Royals have hung 5 on him here through 2 innings, trying to add more as that one misses down and away, 1-0. Strasburg not near the luxury pitching-wise the Royals have, the 1-0. That ball's driven but foul, and it will land just shy of the Royals bullpen. Strasburg does have one more makeup game to play tomorrow night, so they got a game they got to get in against Newmarket. Now, how desperate they are to win that, I'm sure, is between them and their coaching staff. Grounded to third, Waldrop up with it. He'll off-balance throw to first. Dropped it first. That was kind of a weird play. Waldrop tried to catch and throw all in one motion. It hit McGowan in the glove, but it looks like McGowan's glove might have broke on him, and it popped out of his glove. So it's going to go on an error, but we'll see who they charge it to. We got to have a little timeout because McGowan's still not on the field, and he does come back out with a different glove. So apparently the throw broke his glove, and Pitts is going to be safe on the air, and it'll go as an error on McGowan. Be second error of the night for the Express, and that'll bring up Imar Fleming, who cue-balled one down the third baseline for an RBI groundout. He's 0 for 1, but drove in a run. The 0-1, the Royals and their big crowd would like to see Imar get a hold of one and see if he can't dump one out on Cincinnati Road, and I'm short an RBI already for the Royals. I'm going to have to double check and see where that's... Oh, that's because the run came in on Padilla's ground out error. So Keenan scored on the air, no RBI on that play. The 0-1 to Imar. Driven toward left field. He got a good piece of it, but got under it. The campers got excited, but that'll be a routine fly to left field for out number 1 here in the third. And I'll bring up Bodie Poland. His RBI single in the first gave the Royals a 4-0 lead. Bodie 1 for 1 with an RBI. Pitts the catcher down at first, not a real big stolen base threat. First pitch to Bodie. That'll catch the corner, 0-1. 5 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Royals. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Strasburg. The 0-1, that'll miss down and away. Count evens up 1-1 to the Royals left fielder, Bodie Poland. One of the local Royals players, and obviously one of the crowd favorites, the 1-1. Fouled out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 throw to first, Pitts back in plenty of time. Strasburg currently leads the Northern Division by a half a game over the Royals. The 1-2. That's lined toward right field, but again, Green will come on. That's going to drop in front of him. Off the bat, it looked like Green had a beat on it, was going to easily make the play, but he can't get there, and Poland will pick up his second single of the night. He hasn't hit either one of them very hard, but he's not going to give either one of them back. Troy Davis, the right fielder, he lined to right his first time up. He hit it hard, but hit it right to the right fielder. The Royals would like to see him take that same ball and maybe drive it in the alley somewhere. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. There is no action in the Strasburg bullpen, so it's Jitsukawa for the time being. The 0-1. Grounded into left field for a base hit. Pitch is going to get to third. They're going to send him. Rounding third. The throw to the plate is going to be cut off. Throw back to second is going to be not in time. Troy Davis with an RBI single to extend the Royals' lead. For Troy Davis, his 18th RBI of the season. Pitts scores. The throw to the plate was cut off. They tried to throw behind and get Poland at second, but he was able to dive back in. And the Royals have runners on first and second with 1 out for Zach Fortman, who singled and scored in the second inning. The Royals doing exactly what they need to do. They keep adding on here. See if Fortman can continue that trend. Seventh hit of the night for the Royals. Tap fouled on the third base side, 0-1. The Royals have mixed it up. They've hit some balls hard tonight, but they've also hit a couple that dropped right in front of people that were very productive. 7 hits through 2+ innings for Winchester, the 0-1. Upstairs for a ball, throw back to first, but back in time is Davis. In comparison, the Royals, who out-hit the Cardinals last night, but only had 8 hits through the game, and a game that they were only able to score 4 runs against a front Royal team that basically has their bags packed and ready to go home. The 1-1 grounded foul down the third base side, 1-2. Front Royal is playing a game in Woodstock tonight, but that's basically a game to, that's not even to see who's going to finish last place because Front Royal can't catch Woodstock. Purcellville leads Newmarket 2-0. They're in the top of the second, so the Rebels not doing the Royals any favors there. The 1-2 tap foul. He chased a breaking ball off the plate, was just able to get a piece of it to stay alive. So the Royals doing what they need to do as they're getting no help from out of town. It's only the third inning, and you know the Royals coaching staff are preaching you got to add on. You got to keep pouring it on. The 1-2 swung on and missed. He chased a breaking ball way down and away for out number 2. Fortman knew that he chased one. That'll bring up Brody Connors. He's popped to third and grounded to third. Hasn't hit a ball hard yet tonight, but certainly nothing that a base hit to the outfield won't change here. Good speed on the bases. Poland at second. Davis at first. 2 outs for Connors. That misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Royals have added a run here in the third, but certainly would like to hang another crooked number on the board. The 1-0. Popped it up again. Should be easy. Kerwin will drift out into shallow left field, and he will make the catch to retire the side. Strasburg makes another error, and it comes up to be costly. The Royals will score a run on 2 hits. There was an error, and Winchester will leave 2 more on base. Your score after 3 complete: Winchester 6, Strasburg 1. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the fourth. The Royals will make a pitching change. Jack Carey's night will come to a conclusion. He goes 3 innings, allows 1 run. It's earned 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He will not figure in the decision here tonight. And the Royals will go to left-hander Lucas Marrero from Lynchburg. Lucas comes into the game with a 2-4 record. Lucas making his 10th appearance. He has started 5 games. A .494 earned run average. He does have 1 save on the season. He's worked 23 and 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 13 runs. They're all earned, 9 walks, 26 strikeouts. The league hitting .236 against the Royals' new pitcher, Lucas Marrero. He faces 6, 7, 8 for the Express here in the 4th. Morrish, Williams, and Waldrop. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Morrish 1 for 1 has scored the only run of the game for Strasburg. That'll miss down and in. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. And it's very possible the Royals have in mind 3-3-3 tonight to try to piece together the win. See if that's the way they go. The 1-1 grounded sharply to third, backhanded by Connors. Sets his feet, long throw, high throw to first. But Fleming able to go up the ladder and come back down on the bag for the first out here in the 4th. That'll bring up Madden Williams. Williams walked his first time up, 0 for 1. First pitch just misses, 1-0. The 1-0, and that'll miss downstairs, 2-0. Last thing Lucas Marrero wants to do with a 5-run lead here is start walking guys. Downstairs for a ball, 3-0. So Marrero, like Carey, in danger of a 1-out walk here. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Carey struck out the leadoff hitter in both the 2nd and 3rd innings before issuing 1-out walks. One of them came back to hurt him. He was able to work around the other. The 3-1 in there for a strike, 3-2. A couple of good breaking balls to get back into the count, 3-2. Sets the 3-2. Grounded toward third, but that's foul. Count remains 3-2. Marrero, big deep breath. He'll come set. The 3-2 offering. That'll miss down and in. He'll walk him. A 1-out walk. 3rd 1-out walk issued by Royals pitching here tonight. Tanner Waldrop will be the hitter. Struck out looking in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed hitting. Tanner Waldrop grounded right back toward the diving Keenan. He'll get into right field for a base hit. He didn't hit it hard, but he hit it right between 1st and 2nd. Keenan, all he could to dive and try to knock it down, but it'll go as a base hit. Be the 3rd hit of the night for the Express, and that'll bring up Jay Douglas. Douglas an RBI single in the 2nd inning to drive in the only run for the Express. Comes up again with runners in scoring position. Now the Royals would like that ground ball right at somebody. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Douglas chat with the umpire, trying to figure out exactly what he might have saw in that pitch. The 0-1 popped up. Let's see if Fleming's got to play. It'll not stay up long enough for him to get over and make the catch. Drops in front of the Strasburg dugout. 0-2 the count on Jay Douglas. As he tries to get the Express a little bit closer here. They trail it 6-1. We're in the top of the fourth inning. This battle between Northern Division leaders, the 0-2. Slider just missed. The guys wearing the gold tops thought it was strike three. They don't get the call. Marrero sets his 1-2. That ball's lined into left field. Down the line, that's going to get in the corner. One run's going to score. They're going to hold up the runner at third. It'll be a RBI double from Jay Douglas. Williams scores easily. Now the Express a base hit from getting right back into this. Caden Haywood, he's 0 for 2. He's flown to center and lined to second. That pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-2. Marrero comes set, the 1-0. That's lined towards second base. Keenan will have to play it on a hop. He'll fire to first in time, but Haywood will get the run in. He hit it hard, but right to Keenan, who was able to corral it, throw out the runner at first. The Royals needed that one hitter ago. Douglas will move to third. Waltrip will score. It's now 6-3. Tommy Kerwin will hit. He reached on an air and struck out. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Marrero trying to limit the damage here and get the Royals back to the bat rack with a 3-run lead. The 1-0, that'll miss downstairs, 2-0. The 2-0. That's nowhere near, 3-0. And now Marrero in danger of issuing his second walk since coming on. The 3-0. That'll miss downstairs. It's another 4-pitch walk to get to the middle of their order. Green is 0 for 1. He's grounded out to second and walked. He'll hit now, representing the tying run. And a game the Royals once led by 5. First pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Swung on and missed. Good fastball down and away to get ahead 0-2. And now Marrero's got to go to work ahead in the count and get this out. Big deep breath, the 0-2. That'll miss outside. Runner's going to steal second. Pitch is going to let him go. This is all he can do to make the catch and keep that from going to the backstop, as it was well outside. So now a base hit, and it's a one-run ball game. Marrero sets his 1-2. That's lifted towards center field. Padilla coming on hard. He's going to make the catch. Off the end of the bat, Green made a bid for a two-run single, but Padilla able to come on hard and make the catch to limit the damage. A huge play by Jamie Padilla in center field to take a hit away from Ben Green. The Express, 2 runs on 2 hits. They had a couple of free passes in there, no Royals errors. And Strasburg will leave 2 on in scoring position. We've played 3.5. It's now Winchester 6, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Royals still lead it by 3, but would like to get the offense going again and see if they can't build that lead back up. 2-3-4 to hit for the Royals here in the 4th. Keenan, Padilla, and Newberry. Tomoki Jitsukawa back to the mound for Strasburg. Keenan is 0 for 1. Walked, stole a base, and scored in the 1st. He's also grounded out. With the right-hander on the mound, the big follow-through where he falls off to first base. The first pitch to Carl off the plate for a ball, 1-0. I'm not beyond a push bunt here for Keenan to get on base and see if he can't start a rally here in the 4th. The 1-0. Line toward right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Green over to cut it off. He'll get it back good. Get it back in good shape, but a leadoff single for Keenan. For the 3rd inning in a row, the Royals have their leadoff hitter on base. The last 2 innings, it's worked out well as they've both come around to score. Jamie Padilla, he's reached on an error and scored. He's also driven in a run with an RBI single with 2 outs in the 2nd. Keenan, good speed at first, doesn't steal a lot. Let's see what the Royals do. Padilla squares to bunt. He bunts through it. Count 1-1 on 0-1 rather on Padilla. The 0-1 to Padilla. Throw to first, back in time is Keenan. Carl did steal his 6th base of the season back in the 1st, so he will go. The 0-1 popped up toward right field. Should be easy for Green. He'll range over in the alley, make the easy catch for out number 1 here in the Royals' 4th. That'll bring up Reese Newberry, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 1st. He's also struck out. Royals Faithful would like to see Reese get into one here. First pitch. Grounded toward third. Up with it is Waldrop. He will throw on to first. In time, he played the short hop right at the bag. No chance to turn two. Was able to corral it strong, throw to first. For the second out of the inning, that'll bring up James Pitts. Pitts, RBI double in the first, reached on an error in the third. He has scored twice. And now the Royals are going to call timeout and have a powwow. I'm not sure what you tell them here. Go up there looking for a pitch and drive in a run. Keenan led off with a single. He's at second base now with 2 outs as the Royals trying to get back at least one of those runs they gave up in the top of the inning. Mar Fleming's going to come over and see what the conversation's about and probably tell James, hey, look, buddy, just drive in a run here. And say, why don't you get to second? I'll drive you in too. Now the umpire is going to go over and break it up. Say, let's go, guys. So 2 outs, runner at second. The Royals lead it by 3. Trying to get one back. First pitch, 2 pitch, grounded toward third, but foul, just foul. Even if Waldrop gets to that one, I'm not sure. It was going to take a great throw, but he's made a couple of them here tonight. So certainly an opportunity for the Express to get out of the inning, but a foul ball, 0-1 the count on the Royals catcher, James Pitts. The 0-1 swung on and missed. He pulled the string, 0-2. So Jitsikawa a pitch away from getting around a leadoff single with no damage. Still no action in the Strasburg bullpen. The 0-2. Just lifted into center field, but it's going to be cut off by Kerwin. Pitts made a bid to dump one into left center, but Kerwin able to leap up and make the catch. So the leadoff single will be stranded. The Royals cannot push him across. No runs a hit, no errors. They'll leave one on in scoring position. We've played 4. Winchester 6, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Lucas Marrero, his night has come to an end. The Royals will go to the bullpen once again. Tyler McLeod, the right-hander from Felician, will take over. McLeod. Tyler making his 11th appearance. They're all in relief. He's 2-0 with a 3.50 earned run average. He's worked 18 innings, allowed 16 hits, 8 runs, 7 are earned. He's walked 9, struck out 22. The league hitting .242 against the new Royals pitcher Tyler McLeod. Lucas Marrero goes 1 inning, 2 runs. They're both earned, 2 hits, 2 walks. No strikeouts or hit batters. McLeod will face the middle of the order, 4, 5, 6. McGowan, Trujillo, and Morris trying to keep the Royals up by 3. First pitch high and tight, 1-0. And if the Royals have gotten themselves in trouble in the last couple innings, it's been because of some free passes. McLeod's wind, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. We're in the top of the 5th. The Royals lead it 6-3. Trying to grab a share of the Northern Division title. That'll miss down and away, 2-1. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Off-speed breaking ball up in the zone. McGowan got big-eyed, took a big hack at it, but swung through it. That was a very slow, very high breaking ball that McGowan had thoughts of hitting over the scoreboard. The 2-2. That'll miss downstairs, 3-2. McLeod has his sign, the wind, the 3-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2. McLeod's 3-2, grounded towards short. Fortman up with it, a couple steps toward first. And he will fire on to first for the first out of the inning. Royals pitching has retired the leadoff hitter in all 5 innings tonight, which is a good sign. That'll bring up Brian Trujillo, who was 0 for 2. He struck out and flown to center. First pitch stays inside, 1-0. Tried to get him with a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate, but it stayed in off the plate. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike count, evens 1-1. The 1-1. That's downstairs, then it'll go all the way to the backstop. 2-1 the count. So the Royals are going to need to do it by themselves. Newmarket offering them no help tonight. They trail Purcellville 4-1. They're in the bottom of the 3rd. Down at Rebel Park, the 2-1. Grounded toward third, but that'll be a foul ball. A nice play by Connors, and he makes a nice strong throw to first. But it is a foul ball. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. Last time these two teams will play this season unless they both get through the first round of the playoffs and meet in the Northern Division Championship Series. That'll be later in the week, obviously, after the first round winners are decided. The 2-2. Grounded right back to McLeod. He'll set. Lollipop throw to first in time to retire Trujillo. Quickly, 2 outs for the Express here in the 5th. And McLeod trying to do something that the previous two guys could not, and that's turn in a 1-2-3 inning. He'll have to do it facing the Strasburg catcher, Fuller Moorish. He is 1 for 2. He's singled and scored. He's also grounded out. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Breaking ball off the plate for a ball, 1-2. Slider down and away. Nice stop by Pitts to keep it from going to the backstop. And after going 0-2, he's now gone even 2-2 to Moorish. Trying to get the Express going with 2 outs here. Fouled to the screen. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Just missed inside, ball 3. We've gone full 3-2. Good fastball on the inner part of the plate, but Mr. Home Plate Umpire says, nope, that was inside. The count's gone full. So after going 0-2, Morris has worked it full. Strike 3 called. He took a pitch on the inner part of the plate that looked pretty good, and he's rung up on a fastball that looked like it might have been a little bit low. The Express go in order here in the 5th, nothing doing. We've played 4.5. We're halfway home. It's Winchester 6, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Tomoki Jitsukawa's night is finished. He will give way to the bullpen. Strasburg will bring on right-hander Ryan Seifert. Seifert from Shenandoah University. We'll have to get you some numbers on Jitsukawa. Just looking up and down their lineup, their stat sheet. I don't see where Ryan Seifert has made an appearance yet for the Express, so we'll go on the notion that this is Ryan's first appearance. So Seifert making his first appearance for the Express. He will face 6, 7, 8 for Winchester here in the 5th. Fleming, Poland, and Davis. Amar Fleming 0 for 2. He's driven in a run with an RBI groundout. He's also flown to left. That'll miss downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 grounded toward second base. Up with it is Trujillo. He will fire on to first in time to retire Fleming and bring up Bodie Poland. Bodie 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. First pitch to Bodie will be downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 to Bodie in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Slider will miss downstairs. 2-1 the count on the Royals left fielder, Bodie Poland. Royals would really like to get a couple of base runners on and add to a 3-run lead. Fouled out of play. 2-2 the count. Royals have a couple of Shenandoah pitchers, and they also have a couple of Shenandoah players, 2 of them in the lineup tonight. So we may see some bragging rights at bats coming up as that slider misses downstairs, 3-2. That ball is going to be driven into left field for a base hit. Bodie 3 for 3 tonight. I tell you what, he kind of likes that number 7 hole. The Royals have speed on at first. Davis 1 for 2. He's lined to right, RBI single in the third. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. That ball's lifted toward right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Couple of one-out singles for the Royals here in the 5th as they try to add on. Fortman singled and scored in the 2nd. He struck out in the 3rd, 1 for 2. First pitch to Zach. That ball lined toward left, but it's going to be right at the left fielder. Williams right in his tracks. Fortman hit it hard, but will be out number 2, and it'll be up to the top of the order to try to get some runs in. Connors is 0 for 3. He's popped up twice, once to the third baseman, once to the shortstop. He's also grounded out to third. What a time for him to come up and pick up his first hit of the night. Seifert sets the first pitch, misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. That's downstairs for a ball, 2-0. And the Royals would really like to see Carl Keenan step up there with the bases loaded and 2 outs. See if he can't do some damage, but again, if Bodie wants to line one up the alley, they're perfectly fine with that too. The 2-0. That'll miss inside. He's gone 3-0 on the Royals' third baseman, Brody Connors. You got to believe 3-0 they're going to have him taken here. Royals have out hit Strasburg 10-4, but only lead at 6-3. Trying to add on. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-1, and I think Brody'd like to see that same fastball. See if he can't do some damage with that pitch. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Bottom half the fifth, the Royals lead at 6-3. Seifert sets the 3-1. That'll miss downstairs, and the Royals got him loaded. So now it'll be up to Carl Keenan. You got to believe these two have seen each other in some practices, inter-squad scrimmages. Keenan 1 for 2. He walked, stole a base, scored in the first. He's also grounded out and singled. A base hit here will drive in a couple, get the Royals back on top by more than 3 runs. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And this will come down to bragging rights when these two guys return to school in August. A couple of Hornets doing battle here. Royals trying to add on, Seifert trying to make sure they don't. The 0-1. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. Keenan hitting left-handed against the right-handed pitching Ryan Seifert. A 1-1. Downstairs, that's going to get away, and Poland's going to score on the wild pitch. So a big insurance run there. And more importantly, now 2 more runners in scoring position for Keenan. If he can get a base hit, let's see what the Express do. Down by 4, only the 5th inning. They will leave. Well, with 2 outs, they're not going to bring the infield in anyway. See what Keenan can do with a 2-1 pitch here. Grounds it towards short. Up with it is Kerwin. Long throw to first in time. So Seifert will get bragging rights over Keenan here this time around. The Royals will pick up a run on the wild pitch. 1 run, 2 hits. There were no errors. The Royals will lead 2 more in scoring position. We've played 5. It is Winchester 7, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Tyler McLeod back to the mound for the Royals. Worked a 1-2-3 5th inning. He'll face the bottom of the order for the Express. 7-8-9, Williams, Waltrip, and Douglas. Williams yet to record an at-bat here tonight. He's walked twice. Came around to score in the 4th inning. First pitch high and tight. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball from McLeod. Count evens up, a ball and a strike. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. McLeod winds his 1-2. That's downstairs for a ball. Count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. That'll miss upstairs. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lifted towards center field. Coming on, Padilla. He'll call off Davis in right center field to make the catch for the first out here in the 5th. That'll bring up Tanner Waldrop, who is 1 for 2. Signal has scored his last time up. He struck out in the 2nd. First pitch misses high and away. 1-0. The 1-0. That'll miss down and away. 2-0. McLeod's 2-1. In there for a strike. Count evens up 2-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. Waldrop down on strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th. That'll bring up Jay Douglas, who's been a thorn in the Royals' side tonight. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. RBI single in the 2nd, RBI double in the 4th. He was stranded on base both times, but he's driven in 2 of the 3 express runs here tonight. He hits with 2 outs and nobody on. That ball grounded to first. Fleming will field it, run over and tag the bag for the 3rd out of the inning, and McLeod has worked his second 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Strasburg here in the 6th. We've played 5.5. It is Winchester 7, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals at Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Royals lead it 7-3. 3-4-5 to hit for the Royals here in the 6th. Jamie Padilla will be the hitter. He is 1 for 3, RBI single in the 2nd. He'll be facing his college teammate Ryan Seifert, who got Carl Keenan to end the inning. See if Padilla can get some bragging rights, get the Royals going here in the 6th. First pitch, grounded back up the middle, got a glove on it. The pitcher did, and he will tip it to Trujillo, who will throw out Padilla. So Seifert has retired his 2 college teammates. with a couple of ground outs. And they'll bring up Reese Newberry, singled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 3. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Royals would like to add on a couple here before getting to the back third of the game. Had fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Nothing doing in the Strasburg bullpen. Again, they have a makeup game tomorrow night, so they've got to be a little more liberal with their pitching staff than the Royals do, who have tomorrow night off. The 1-1, that'll miss outside, 2-1. McLeod has done everything the Royals have asked him to do. He's retired all 6 guys he has faced. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Count evens up 2-2. Seifert's 2-2. Downstairs, count runs full, 3-2. Three-two, swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Seifert got into a little bit of trouble in the 5th inning, giving up a run, but he's retired the only 2 hitters he's faced here in the 6th. And then I'll bring up James Pitts. Pitts is 1 for 3, an RBI double in the first. He reached on an error, scored twice. He's also lined to short. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. 7 runs, 10 hits, an error for the Royals. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Strasburg. The 0-1 grounded towards short. Kerr went up with it, off balance throw to first, in plenty of time. Nice play by Tommy Kerwin. And the Royals will go in order here in the 6th. We've played 6. It is Winchester 7, Strasburg 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Royals will go to the bullpen. They'll bring on their 4th pitcher of the night, Connor Chansey, right-hander from Shepherd University, will be the new pitcher. Chansey making his 12th appearance on the season. All in relief. He is just lost him. 1-1 on the season, a 5.57 earned run average. He does have 1 save on the year. He's worked 21 innings, allowed 23 hits. 14 runs, 13 are earned. He's walked 10, struck out 21. The league hitting .274 against the new Royals right-hander Connor Chansey, as he will take over for Tyler McLeod, who, by my notes, will get the win if the Royals can hold on, but that's not up to me. McLeod goes 2 innings, no runs, no hits, did not walk anybody, struck out 2. He retired the only 6 hitters he faced. Chansey will face the top of the order. 1, 2, 3. Haywood, Kerwin, and Green for Strasburg here in the 7th inning. The Royals need to win the back third of the game. to assure themselves of a top 2 finish and a tie for the Northern Division win. Ground ball to Fortman, long throw to first, in time. Zach makes a good play behind the bag for the out, and Strasburg to then be forced to knock off Newmarket tomorrow night to move back into a first place tie with the Royals, but still a lot of things got to happen before any of that comes to fruition. You like that use of the word fruition there, don't you? And I'm going to go home and look it up, see what it means. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Tommy Kerwin, he's reached on an air, struck out and walked. He's also stolen a base. 0 for 2 on the night, the 0-1. Off the plate for a ball. Count evens 1-1. Royals have out hit the Strasburg Express 10-4. They've outscored them 7-3. Chansey's 1-1. Foul to the screen, 1-2. Off the plate for a ball, 2-2 the count. That's downstairs for a ball. Count runs full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chansey trying to avoid the 1-out walk. Lifted toward left. Going back is Fortman coming in, and nobody's going to get there. It's going to bounce away, and it's going to be a 1-out double. Hits that right off the end of the bat. He cue balled it down the left field line. Bodie couldn't get to it, and then it skipped away from him, allowing Kerwin to get to second. So the Express have a base runner in scoring position with 1 out for the middle of the order. Ben Green is 0 for 2. He's grounded out, flown out, and walked. Now Chansey did what he needed to do, made him hit it, and he didn't hit it hard, but he dropped it right where Poland couldn't get to it. Now Chansey just wants to get Ben Green out any way he can. Runner at second really means nothing at this point in time. You want to get 8 outs before they get 4 runs. And now it's going to skip away from Pitts. And Kerwin's going to move to third. So now that runner at third becomes a little bit more important on the wild pitch. And he'll be there with 1 out. So you still want to get Green out any way you can, but if you can do it without getting that runner in from third, that'd definitely be a plus. The 1-0 to Green, tapped foul just to the right of James Pitts, and James will give it a look and then watch it roll foul, and he'll let the on-deck batter retrieve it and go back to work. With this pitcher here, a strikeout here would be really big for Chansey and the Royals. Connor sets the 1-1. That'll miss inside, 2-1. The 2-1. That ball hammered deep to left. If it's fair, it's trouble. Poland giving it a look. It is a 2-run home run off the bat of Ben Green. And exactly what I said you don't want is guys on base in front of this Strasburg middle of the order. He hooked it, and it just stayed fair. And we have a brand new ball game. Strasburg crawls back to within 2. Bodie tried to buy a foul ball, but nobody was buying it. For Green, his second home run. RBI is 12 and 13. And it's now 7-5 as Marshall McGowan steps in. He's 0 for 3. Takes a pitch for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, foul tipped into the catcher's glove. 0-2. Good piece of hitting by Ben Green. He got a pitch that he was able to just stay back and drive, and he did. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Pitts can't find it. It's going to be, and he throws it away. Oh my goodness. Oh, Pitts couldn't find it. Tried to make the desperate throw to first. Fleming, it was coming right down the line behind the base runner, and he didn't make any attempt to catch it. It got away, but McGowan unable to move up. Has a nice job by Troy Davis to back it up. That'll go as a K wild pitch. And now the Royals, exactly what they didn't need, starting to fall apart a little bit here. They need a ground ball to get out of this. And that's going to get away from Pitts, but not far enough for McGowan to get down the line. One of the infielders needs to just go out there and have a chat with Chansey and say, look, everybody needs to settle down a little bit. Chansey got the strikeout, but Pitts couldn't find the ball. It was right below him. Then he tried to rush his throw to first. The 1-0 swung on and missed. 1-1. Chansey will take a look at the runner at first. The 1-1. He'll miss inside. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Royals would love a ground ball right to Zach Fortman here. The 2-1 swung on and missed. He chased one down and in to even the count. 2-2. So a 2-run home run off the bat of Ben Green. Have the Express right back in the middle of this game. Still down 7-5. The 2-2. Grounded toward third, but it'll be foul. Count remains 2-2, and that ball not hit hard enough for a double play, so the Royals would have been hoping and been fortunate to get it out at first. Chansey will come set. The 2-2. That ball ripped in the left field. Ground snagged by Connors at third. On to second for 1. On to first for a double play. Are you kidding me, Brody Connors? That ball smoked. Definitely headed to left field for a base hit. Connors throws the glove down. Makes the play and turns it into a 5-4-3 double play to get the inning over for the Royals. But for Strasburg in the inning, they score 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We've played 6.5. It's now Winchester 7, Strasburg 5. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Brody Connors with the gem to get the Royals out of the inning and to the bottom of the seventh. That ball destined for left field and an easy base hit. And the Express probably runners on first and second with one out for Fuller Moorish. But Connors makes the play, and it was hit so hard he was able to get it to second. Keenan gets it to first in time to turn it over. And we'll go to the bottom of the seventh now. Ryan Seifert back to the mound for the Express. He'll face Emar Fleming. Emar is 0 for 3. Drove in a run to the ground out in the first. You know the Royals would like to see him unload one. The 1-0 swung on and missed, 1-1. The 1-1 grounded toward first. McGowan goes down hockey style to make sure it doesn't get past him. He'll get to his feet, run on to first. 2 tagged the bag for the first out here in the seventh inning. And then I'll bring up Bodie Poland. Bodie's had himself a nice night. He's 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Royals have still out hit the Express 10-6. Bodie squares the bunt, pulls it back, nothing in. Breaking ball down off the plate, evens the count 1-1. Bodie Poland 3 for 3 on the night. Trying to get the Royals going again here in the seventh. That'll miss downstairs, 2-1. Royals have enough to win it, but as we just saw, Strasburg has the ability to erase that 2-run lead in no time flat. The 2-1 grounded foul. Slider down and away. Count runs full, 3-2. Poland making a bid to be a 1-out base runner here in the seventh inning. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Bodie was headed toward first. He thought it was inside, but he is out on strikes. And Seifert had a little rocky fifth when he came on in relief. Has since retired 6 straight. I bring up Troy Davis. Troy 2 for 3. The Royals with 10 hits on the night. Bodie in the 7-hole and Troy in the 8-hole have 5 of them combined. And then Zach Fortman with a base hit. So the 79 hitters for the Royals have 6 of their 10 hits. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And nobody's complaining when the bottom of the order produces the 1-0. Get a couple more hits out of the top of the order. You got everybody from 1 to 5, with the exception of Brody Connors, has a hit. So it's not like they're not getting hits, but a couple more hits here and there, and that 2-run lead's a little more comfortable. Off the plate for a ball, 3-0 the count to Troy Davis. The 3-0, that's nowhere near, and Troy Davis will draw the 2-out walk. Davis, good speed at first. He will run. Davis 11 for 11 in stolen bases on the season. 5-1, Purcellville leads Newmarket. They're in the bottom of the fifth. Fortman is 1 for 3, singled and scored in the second. He's also struck out and lined to left. 1-0 the count on Zach Fortman. The Royals would like to get him on and see if they top of the order and get a couple of runs in. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. A 1-1. Tap down the third base line, but it'll be fouled. 1-2 the count on the Royals shortstop Zach Fortman. And if Zach cannot reach base here and does in the inning, the Royals will at least have the top of the order coming up in the 8th inning. Although, as we've noted, it's been the bottom of the order that have banged out the hits tonight. Still owe you stats from the Strasburg starter, the 1-2, and that's nowhere near to the throw down to second as Davis will get in for a stolen base. The throw is going to get away, and Troy's going to move to third. So it'll be Troy's 12th stolen base of the season. It'll go as an error on the catcher to allow him to move to third. And now a wild pitch gives the Royals one of those runs back. And they'd certainly take a jam shot to right field. It'll drop in front of Ben Green. Anything to get that runner in from third to extend that lead. The 2-2. That's not going to do it. He pops it up in the infield. Nobody's going to make the catch, though, and they're not going to be able to get him. The middle infielders, neither one of them took charge to make the catch. It dropped in between the two of them, and by the time anybody corralled it, Fortman was at first with it'll go as it's got to be an RBI single. Nobody touched it. And the Royals get a huge run on a play that I'm sure everybody wearing purple says should have been made. So it'll be an RBI single for Zach Fortman. Royals lead at 8-5, and now Connors will hit. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Off the bat, had to look like that was an easy flare to one of the middle infielders, but neither one of them could get to it. It bounced right at the bag between the two of them, and Fortman beat it out. That's inside for a ball. 2-0. We have seen some really bizarre hits here tonight, and a good many of them have led to runs. The Royals will certainly take that one with 2 outs. The 2-0 tap foul toward the Royals dugout. 2-1 the count. 11th hit of the night for the Royals, and that was the big one to drive in run number 8. The 2-1 misses downstairs. 3-1. Seifert will set his 3-1 to Connors. Swung on, foul tipped it into the glove, or not into the glove. It doesn't matter with just a second strike, but Morris looked like he had it at first, but unable to hold on, which probably benefits Strasburg because he couldn't find it, so the runner at first couldn't move up because it was simply a foul ball. The 3-2 to Connors, runner off, downstairs for a ball. Didn't miss by much, but it'll go as a walk. So Carl Keenan will hit. He grounded out to short last time he faced his college teammate. You know, he would like to get himself a hit here to drive in a run, but get some bragging rights back. He'll tap that one foul down the first base line. So a huge two-out single from Zach Fortman that dropped in between two middle infielders. They came together, allowing neither one of them to corral or make a throw, and even had they thrown it, I don't think they were going to get Zach. So a big run there for the Royals, who now 6 outs away. The 0-1 chopped it toward third, and it'll be a flare to Waldrop, who will make the catch. So Keenan 0 for 2 against his college teammate. But more importantly, the Royals get one of those runs back. A run on a hit. There was one error. The Royals will lead 2-1. Your new score after 7 complete. Winchester now leads it. It's Winchester 8, Strasburg 5. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Royals will make a couple of defensive changes here. Logan Bauer from Shepherd University and Winchester, Virginia will take over on the mound. Logan on the season making his 4th appearance all in relief. No record, a .675 earned run average. He's worked 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 are earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. The league hitting .231 against Logan Bauer. And now catching from Shenandoah University, J.P. Williams. So the Royals now have 3 Hornets in the ball game. Logan quickly behind in the count, or I'm sorry, 1-1 to the leadoff hitter here in the inning, Fuller Moorish, who is 1 for 3 with a run scored, and he's missed with the pitch there. It's 2-1. The 2-1, that's nowhere near 3-1. The last thing Logan Bauer wants to do is come in and start walking guys. It's only a 3-run lead, and we've seen how quickly Strasburg can score with one swing of the bat. The 3-1, that's nowhere near, and the Royals will walk the leadoff hitter here in the 8th. That'll bring up Madden Williams. Madden is 0 for 1. He's walked twice and scored. Runner at first, nobody out. Royals clinging to a 3-run lead That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Got the benefit of the doubt on a borderline fastball on the outside corner. Now he'd like to see if Williams can't hit a ground ball sharply to short for a couple outs. Foul down the line. Davis will give it a look, but it's going to land just beyond or just short of the Strasburg bullpen. 0-2 the count. The 0-2. I don't know where he missed with that one. That was a pretty good fastball there. Not a good 0-2 pitch, but looked like a strike. 1-2 the count as he threw a fastball. Looked right down the middle. The 1-2 from Bauer. Strike 3 called. You got the slider on the outside corner. Maybe a makeup call there. Williams thought it was outside, but Logan saying that's okay. You struck out on the last pitch. That'll bring up Tanner Waldrop. He is 1 for 3. He struck out twice, singled, and scored in the 4th. Now that ground ball right at somebody would look nice. Fastball misses just outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Cue balled toward a diving Fortman. Fortman will dive and make the play, but he was shaded up the middle, so that's going to go as an infield single for Waldrop, his second hit of the night. That'll bring up Jay Douglas, who's been a thorn in the Royals side tonight. A couple of hits, a couple of RBIs. He's also grounded to first. 7th hit of the night for Strasburg. Infield single puts runners on first and second with just 1 out. Slider catches the corner, 0-1. Now the Express have set the table once again for a man that's got 2 hits and driven in 2 runs in the top of the order, the 0-1. That'll miss downstairs. The infielders thought it was a strike, but down and away to even the count, 1-1. Bauer checks the runners, the 1-1. Fouled out of play, 1-2 the count. A ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bauer looking for a big out here. Doesn't care how he gets it. The 1-2. Just missed. The Royals thought it was strike 3. Didn't get the call. The count evens up 2-2. Connors definitely thought it was a strike, but he's behind the hitter, so probably didn't get a good look at it. Bauer sets the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there, and Douglas down on strikes. A big second out here in the 8th for Logan Bauer and the Winchester Royals. That'll bring up Caden Haywood. He is 0 for 4, drove in a run with a ground out in the 4th. Now the Royals are just hoping for him to hit the ball at somebody. In the air, on the ground, what have you. That's upstairs, 1-0. Royals would love to get to the 9th with at least a 3-run lead. Bauer sets the 1-0. Slider down and away, 2-0. You definitely Do not want to walk Haywood to get to the middle of the order. With the bases loaded and a 3-run lead, the 2-0. That's nowhere near 3-0. He's a pitch away from putting the tying run on base. Bauer's got a couple of big strikeouts in the inning, but he's also given up a walk and an infield hit. The 3-0 in there for a strike. Haywood squared the bunt just to try to distract him, and I always thought as a pitcher that did more good for me than it did harm. The 3-1 swung on and missed. He might have chased ball 4. 3-2 the count. The 3-2. Grounded toward the hole. A bouncing Fortman will not get to it. It'll go through as a base hit. A seeing eye ground ball single, and Haywood has got his second RBI of the game. The Express get a little bit closer. Connors made a dive for it. Fortman made a dive for it. It got in between both of them. And that leadoff walk comes in to score, and it's now 8-6. And now Tommy Kerwin will hit. He's 1 for 3. He doubled and scored his last time up. That ball's grounded right back up the middle. Keenan will make the play, throw to second, but can't get out at second base. Keenan made the play right behind the bag. Tried to flip it to Fortman, but did not make a great throw. That'll go as an infield hit, and now the Express have the tying run in scoring position for the man who just homered his last time up. And that might be the end of the line for Logan Bauer. The Royals need to get an out here to get to the ninth with a 2-run lead. So Waltrip is at third. Haywood is at second. Kerwin is at first. And Ben Green, who homered his last time up, will step in. He's 1 for 3 with the 2-run home run. A base hit, and we got a brand new ball game. They're going to stick with Logan Bauer. Bauer's gotten a couple ground balls from the last couple of hitters, but one got through the infield and the one the Royals got to but couldn't make a play on. And now Green with a chance to make this a brand new ball game. Bauer will come set. He'll check the runners. First pitch to Ben Green. Foul to the screen. 0-1. Big spot in the game for both teams. The 0-1 to Green. In there for a strike, 0-2. Now you got to come up with something nasty. A good pitch off the plate. Something that Green might take a wave at to get out of the inning. The 0-2. Strike 3 caught. He threw a fastball right down the middle. Green thought it was downstairs, and Logan Bauer works out of a mess. Green definitely thought it was downstairs. I think he might have got fooled on the fastball to begin with, but he thought it was off the plate. Strasburg will score a run. They pick up 3 hits. No Winchester errors. Strasburg will leave them loaded. We have now played 7.5 It is Winchester 8, Strasburg 6. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Strasburg will go to the bullpen. Michael Blackman II, the right-hander from Southern University, will be the third pitcher of the night for Strasburg. He'll come on to try to keep the Royals within shouting distance and try to set up a ninth-inning rally for Strasburg. Michael Blackman II is the new pitcher. I still owe you stats from both pitchers for Strasburg. Blackman making his 5th appearance on the season, all in relief. He is 0-1 on the year. A .635 earned run average, 5 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's walked 9, struck out 5. The league hitting .167 against Michael Blackman. Jitsikawa goes 4 innings. Gave up 6 runs, 3 were earned. He allowed 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 2, did not hit anybody, no wild pitches, home runs, or balks. We'll catch you up on Seaford here in a minute. Leading off, Jamie Padilla. Padilla with a big RBI single in the second. He is 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. The 0-1. Grounded down the third base line, but they're going to say it hit him in the foot. Either way, it's going to roll foul too, so nothing in 2 the count on Jamie Padilla. Seifert goes 3 innings. He allows 2 runs. They're both earned. 3 hits. He walked 3. Struck out 2. They're going to ask for help down the line. They said he did not go. He did not hit anybody, no wild pitches, home runs, or balks, and he will not figure in the decision tonight unless Strasburg can rally in the 9th. The loss will go to Jitsikawa. The 1-2. That'll miss upstairs. 2-2 the count. Out of town scores. Newmarket still not doing the Royals any favors. They have closed the gap a little bit. It's top of the 7th. Purcellville leads Newmarket 5-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Padilla down on strikes for out number 1 here in the 8th. That'll bring up Reese Newberry. Newberry a single, scored a run in the first. He's also struck out twice and grounded out. He has one of the Royals' 11 hits. The Express have gotten a little closer in the hit category. It's now 11-9. The Royals still lead it where it matters, 8-6. First pitch to Newberry. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove. 0-1. Royals have all they need. They just need to get 3 outs from whoever takes the mound in the 9th. The 0-1 downstairs for a ball. 1-1, but everybody who got in free tonight, all the guys wearing the gold tops, and I'm sure most of the people up here would certainly like to see the Royals tack on a couple and make it a little more comfortable in the 9th. The 1-1. That'll miss outside. 2-1. The 2-1, nowhere near. Ball 3, 3-1. So the Royals came into the game hoping that Newmarket would win 2 games. And if the Royals could get a win here tonight, they would be the Northern Division champions. The 3-1. That's downstairs. Reese will draw the 1-out walk. Newmarket not helping the Royals tonight. But if the Royals can get the win, tonight's game becomes immaterial, as they would clinch at least a number 2 seed in the playoffs. J.P. Williams will be the hitter. He takes over for Pitts, who will finish the night 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. J.P. Williams, a .382 hitter, his 16th game, 13 for 34, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Both those home runs came in the Royals' win at Strasburg a week and a half ago. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-0. JP probably hoping he could face his college teammate, but before he got a chance to hit, they took Seifert out of the game, the 1-0. That'll miss inside, 2-0. So Blackman struck out Padilla to start the inning. He walked Newberry, and now he's behind in the count to JP. And JP an opportunity here to sit on a fastball right on his belt buckle and see if he can't give it a ride somewhere. He tried. He got that fastball, but swung through it, 2-1. He had a healthy hack, came up empty. 8 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Royals. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Strasburg. Blackman will set. Takes a look at the runner at first. The 2-1 to Williams. That's downstairs. That's going to get away, and that'll allow. We got a pinch runner. So Ian Kaiser is running for Newberry. He'll move up on the wild pitch. So now Williams a chance to drive in a run on a 3-1 pitch here. That's downstairs, ball 4. So a couple of 1-out walks issued by Michael Blackman. I missed Kaiser coming on to run for Newberry. Kaiser, the pinch runner from Binghamton. He's at second base now with Williams now at first, and that'll bring a visit from the Strasburg bullpen. Again, the Express probably, as badly as they want to win this game, don't probably want to use up much more pitching, as they have a makeup game tomorrow night, and then playoffs open up Tuesday night. And not that the pitch count matters, because apparently there's no penalty for violating the pitch count rules, as we have found out the rough way. So the conversation's over. Now Amar Fleming facing a right-hander. You know Amar would love to see a fastball on his belt buckle and see how far he can turn and hit it. He's hit 3 home runs on the season. 2 of them have been here, and the 2 that were here have been absolute no-doubters that may not have landed yet. Fleming on the night, 0 for 4. He's driven in a run. That'll miss outside for a ball, 1-0. And the last thing the Express want to do is have to go out and get another arm and use up here tonight. The 1-0. That's nowhere near 2-0, and if Blackman doesn't reel it in and start throwing strikes, they may not have a choice. Struck out Padilla to start the inning and then walked Newberry and walked Williams. The 2-0 That'll catch the inside corner, 2-1. Fleming said, wasn't that a little bit inside? The Mr. Umpire will say, no, that's got the corner. Amar will say, okay, you're the boss. 2-1 the count now to big Amar Fleming. Blackman's 2-1. Nowhere near ball 3. Needs a pitch away from walking them loaded. There is not only not anybody throwing in the Strasburg bullpen, but there's not a whole lot of guys still down there. A couple of guys sitting on the bench talking about how their summer's gone. The 3-1. That'll miss downstairs. He's walked them loaded. So the Royals would absolutely love to get some insurance here for Logan Bauer or whoever comes on for the 9th. Bodie Poland is 3 for 3 with a run and an RBI. I'm sorry, 3 for 4. He struck out looking his last time. He thought he walked, but was out. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-0. And I've said this, I don't know, countless times this summer, the Royals lead the world in loading the bases with no hits. And they've done it again here in the 8th, the 1-0 to Bodie Poland. That's downstairs, 2-0. There is a kid up throwing in the Strasburg bullpen, but he's wearing a pair of shorts, and I don't think he's an option. In fact, it looks like both guys sitting on the bench down there are wearing shorts. I don't know if there's anybody left down there to bring in without sending somebody else down. Is that pitch off the plate? So after striking out Padilla, he's walked 3 straight and now in danger of walking in a very big insurance run for the Royals. The 3-0, that's in there for a strike, 3-1. Bodie taking all the way. Bodie homered Friday night in Purcellville, his first home run of the season. Right now, you just like to see him run one up the alley. The 3-1, nowhere near, ball 4. Padilla will score, and the Royals will have him loaded with 1 out. Give Bodie his second RBI of the game. He got that one the easy way. And how much would Troy Davis like to get a base hit here to retake the team lead in RBIs? He picked up 1 earlier. He's now trails Cam Tellison by 1. But a big hit here, and the Royals could get a little more comfortable lead, and Troy Davis could have win the RBI race for the regular season. That fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, foul tipped into the glove, 0-2. Williams at third, Fleming at second, Poland at first. Royals have scored 1 here in the inning to extend the lead back to 3, trying to add on. Would love to hang a crooked number under that 8 up there, the 0-2. That's off the plate for a ball, 1-2. Blackman came on, struck out Padilla. He's walked the next 4 guys. He's ahead in the count now on Troy Davis, 1-2. The 1-2. That's downstairs. That's going to get away. Here comes the runner, and he's going to easily score on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch thrown by Blackman since he came on. Williams will score from third, and now a base hit will give the Royals a 6-run lead. Strasburg will bring the infield in, down by 4 with 1 out here in the 8th. Davis a chance to make it a 6-run lead. Fouled out of play. Count remains 2-2. Blackman's 2-2. Has grinded right back up the middle. Snagged by the shortstop. A great play by Tommy Kerwin. And he will throw out Emar Fleming at the plate. I think Emar, just like the rest of us, thought that was getting through. Davis will reach on the fielder's choice and hang a star on that play. Kerwin will throw out Fleming at the plate 6-2. And I thought that was past him for a 2-run single. But now the runners will be on the corners with 2 outs for Zach Fortman. 2 for 4 with a couple of runs, with a run and an RBI. And Davis will pick up his second stolen base of the game. 13th of the year, I believe. 13 for 13 in stolen bases. And now a base hit from Fortman will give the Royals that 6-run lead we were talking about moments ago. The 1-0. Grounded sharply down the third base line, past the diving third baseman. Into left field, 1 run's going to score. Fortman's going to cruise into second with a 2-run double. Poland easily scores. Davis easily scores. Waldrop made the diving attempt, but it got past him. And the Royals have blown it open with 4 runs here in the 8th. Third hit for Fortman. The Royals have 12 hits on the game. 8 of those belong to the last 3 guys in the order. 3 to Poland, 3 to Fortman, and 2 to Davis. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Brody Connors is the hitter. He's 0 for 3. He's walked the last 2 times he's been up. He and Fleming are the only 2 guys without hits tonight. The 0-1 to Connors. Downstairs for a ball. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. That'll hit him in the back. So since coming on, Michael Blackman has had all kinds of issues on the mound. He struck out Padilla to start the inning, but walked consecutively Newberry, Williams, Fleming, and Bodie Poland. Threw a wild pitch in there to allow a run to score. Carl Keenan will hit. The Royals have batted around in the inning. Keenan 1 for 4. Walk, stolen base, run scored. He's also singled, grounded out a couple times, and popped up. Royals still have 2 on with 2 out. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. One and one. The Royals now 3 outs away from at least a share of the Northern Division title. The Strasburg win tomorrow night still gives them the #1 seed as the 2 teams would tie. The 1-1 off the plate for a ball, 2-1. So that game tonight between Purcellville and Newmarket no longer near as important as it was when we started. Purcellville still leads at 5-2. Top out of the bottom of the 7th. The 2-1 to Keenan. That's nowhere near. Gets away, and the runner's going to move up to third. Did he get? They're going to call him out at third. Fortman didn't take off right away, and then thought, well, it got far enough away. And he tries to move up. It'll go down as a caught stealing, 2-5. But a huge Royals inning. 4 runs on just 1 hit as a 2-run double off the bat of Zach Fortman. There were no Strasburg errors. The Royals will leave 1 on base Your new score, we've played 8. It is now Winchester 12, Strasburg 6. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Logan Bauer back to the mound for the Royals to try to close it out. It will not be a safe situation for Logan as he came in with a 4-run lead in the 8th. He did give up a run, but baseball has that silly rule that you can't work yourself into a save. He will face 4, 5, 6 here in the Strasburg 9th. McGowan, Trujillo, and Moorish due to hit. Marshall McGowan 0 for 4. He reached last time up on a drop third strike. And if you're going to face Marshall McGowan, 9th inning with nobody on, nobody out, and a 6-run lead is the perfect time to do that. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. There are so many reasons why this would be a big win for the Royals if they can hold on. The 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. First and foremost, it snaps that nasty 4-game losing streak heading into the playoffs and gives you a little bit better taste going into Tuesday. It gives you a home game on Tuesday. The 0-2 off the plate for a ball, 1-2. And it will guarantee you of at least a share of the Northern Division title with this Strasburg team and everybody wearing the Winchester Cali green and gold. The 1-2 from Bauer. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Can sit home tomorrow night and root for the Newmarket Rebels and see if they can't lead the Royals to an outright Northern Division title. Brian Trujillo, he is 0 for 4. He stung the baseball his last time up, but Brody Connors turned it into a highlight play of the night, 5-4-3 double play to get the Royals out of the 7th inning. It was a huge play at the time as Strasburg was rallying and could have ended up tying it that inning. Swung on and missed, 0-1, and Bauer looks like he's throwing with a whole lot more confidence now than he was last inning. The 0-1 off the plate for a ball, 1-1. A 6-run lead will do that for you. Royals have out hit the Express 12-9. They've outscored them 12-6. Strasburg has 3 errors. The Royals just 1. The 1-1 swung on and missed, 1-2. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Bauer struck out the first 2 here in the 9th. He struck out the last 3 he's faced. He has 4 strikeouts since coming on last inning. I'm sorry, he's got 5 strikeouts since coming on last inning. The 5 outs he's recorded have all been by strikeout. He had a little hiccup in between those strikeouts to allow a run to cross. Last chance for the Express, Fuller Moorish. 1 for 3. He has scored a couple of runs tonight. Slider down and away. 1-0. The 1-0. Line foul out of play. 1-1 the count. A lot of people got to get up and go to work tomorrow, but most of them have stayed here tonight to watch to see if the Royals can clinch a share of the Northern Division title. Bowers 1-1. That'll miss upstairs 2-1. Either way, one out away, the Royals will play here on Tuesday against either Purcellville or Newmarket, depending on what happens tomorrow night. The 2-1 lifted towards center field. Padilla ranging over, and he will make the catch. The Winchester Royals will be, at the very least, a share of the Northern Division champions for the 2002-26 season. Your final score, Winchester 12, Strasburg 6. In the ninth, the Express go in order. The Royals win it 12-6 for Winchester. 12 runs on 12 hits, they commit an error. Strasburg, 6 runs, they get 9 hits. They commit 3 errors. The Royals improved to 20-16. Will be a very least share the Northern Division title with Strasburg. But more importantly, will clinch a top 2 seed and will host on Tuesday night, right here on Tuesday, against either Purcellville or Newmarket, depending on where the Royals finish. If Newmarket wins tomorrow night, the Royals will host Newmarket. If Strasburg wins tomorrow night, the Royals will host Purcellville. And that's all assuming that the game in Purcellville remains a Purcellville win, which right now is a 5-2 lead for the Cannons, top of the 8th. Give the win to Tyler McLeod. He improves to 3-0 on the season. Tyler goes 2 innings, retires all 6 hitters he faced. Did not allow a run, did not allow a base runner, struck out 2. Again, Tyler 3-0 on the season. The loss goes to Tomoki Jitsukawa. He will drop to 3-3 just 1 week after he pitched a gem here against the Royals. He goes 4 innings, allows 6 runs. 3 of those are earned. 8 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. The Royals again 20-16. Strasburg now 19-16. The Royals hold a half-game lead over the Express in the Northern Division standings. And again, could be your outright Northern Division champions, depending on what happens tomorrow night in Strasburg. For the Express, offensively, they had 9 hits. They had 3 guys with 2 hits each. Tommy Kerwin, Tanner Waldrop, and Jay Douglas. Douglas drives in 2. He also has a double. RBI single in the second, RBI double in the fourth. 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Kerwin, 2 hits. He scores a run. And Tanner Waldrop, 2 hits. He also scored a run. Fuller Morse, he scores twice for Strasburg. Caden Haywood, Ben Green, and Jay Douglas all drive in 2. Ben Green's 2 came on the big 2-run home run in the 7th that pulled the Express to within 7-5 at the time. The Royals able to fight that off, and they score 4 times in the bottom of the 8th to put the game on ice and win it 12-6. For the Royals, they get 12 hits in the bottom part of the order. Came through like champions. Bodie Poland, 3 hits. Zach Fortman, 3 hits. Troy Davis, 2 hits. Poland with 2 RBIs. Fortman with 3 RBIs. Davis with an RBI. Each man scored 1 run for the Royals. James Pitts scored twice for Winchester as they secure the win and lock up at least a share of the Northern Division title. that'll do it from the ballpark for tonight. All you Royals fans, well, all you Royals and Strasburg fans, tune in tomorrow night for the huge game, the season-ending game in Strasburg between the Newmarket Rebels and the Strasburg Express. Our friends down in Strasburg will have the call for you as the Express will try to move back into a first-place tie with the Royals, and Royals fans will be pulling for Newmarket to pull off the win and give the Royals the outright Northern Division title. Mark Sawyer saying good night from the ballpark. The Royals win it 12-6, lock up at least a share of the Northern Division title, and we'll be back here Tuesday night to take on either Newmarket or Purcellville in the first round of the playoffs. It will be a best-of-3 playoff series, and it will start right here with the Royals hosting. That'll do it. Mark Sawyer saying good night. Don't forget, before you go to bed tonight, call your parents and tell them good night and you love them. And